Hey guys, it's Tahira again, and this week's assignment is sports broadcast analysis, and the event that I chose to do was the Baltimore Ravens versus the New England Patriots AFC Championship game that aired last night. Unfortunately for me, my Patriots lost, and the stories going into this event were about Tom Brady making it to his possible sixth Super Bowl appearance, and of course Ray Lewis in his retirement. And would the football gods be on Ray Lewis's side, ending his 17th NFL season with a bang, the Super Bowl? Um, During the game, I feel like the commentators did connect with the audience. They connected with me. I'm a person that if you talk football during football, then we'll connect. I don't necessarily like when the commentators talk about things that are irrelevant to the game, like the players, off-field performance or personal issues or anything like that. And none of that went on yesterday, at least not that I noticed. So I was pretty connected with them, as well as they gave me an insight to something that I wasn't paying much attention to beforehand, which was the importance of Aqib Talib in yesterday's game. The commentators stated that Aqib Talib was very important and essential to the game because that was what was going to stop Joe Flacco's deep ball to Anquan Boldin. So when he was injured, consequently breaking up a pass to Anquan Boldin, I realized the severity of that injury. I realized that it was going to be an uphill battle for my team, especially our secondary, with Aqib Talib being out. So the commentators did connect with me in that way. They made me see exactly how important it was about that injury. Do I think they jinxed him? A little bit, but I'm superstitious. As far as stories that developed during the game, that was one of them, his injury and the importance of his injury. I was surprised that what didn't develop during the game more so than I thought it would have was number 31 from the Ravens, Pollard, and his hard hits. He hit Stephen Ridley so hard he knocked him out, which caused him to fumble the ball that gave the Ravens the ball back. And no one really talked about it, although they did highlight him hitting Tom Brady and Rob Gronkowski and Wes Welker and now Stephen Ridley. He was clearly responsible for all four of these injuries alone from the Patriots, not to mention all the other players in the league, that I've heard that Pollard has been responsible for injuring them. I thought that story would develop in a bigger way since they showed clips, but it didn't. I guess no big deal. On social media, though, there were mentions of that. A lot of people talked about how they think the NFL is going weak and soft for calling the helmet-to-helmet hits. I agree that there were some that were called in the game that weren't necessarily necessary to be called. Do I feel like the one on Ridley should have been called? Yes. And a lot of people on social media talked about that. One of the things that Skip Bayless mentioned was Aqib Talib being out was a major problem for us. And he also did say that Wes Welker owed us one since he dropped that crucial third down conversion pass that changed the tone of the game is essentially what did happen. So that was, the talk on social media. My general observation of the game and what I've learned from this course is that the media does really reflect how you look at the game. Because today when I woke up, I noticed that a lot of the talk is about Ray Lewis and him using Jesus and talking about God and all of that stuff. And I feel like it shifted from the importance of the 49ers versus the Ravens in the Super Bowl. I know that will be talked about, but it's just not at the forefront, at least not the next day. However, I will admit I have not been watching SportsCenter as much as I normally would because my Patriots lost. I don't want to see highlights. I don't care to watch them lose again. Losing yesterday was enough for me. So that's it, basically. I watched the game. I wasn't happy with the game. I connected with the commentators. I understood where people were coming from on social media, and I got to see how media can change, the course of how the game is reported. So with that being said, toodles for now. Bye, guys.